see what Neon goes for here.
You mentioned that GeekFam have a lot of kind of this long range poke and they don't have to commit to a team fight. Is this something that Neon need to consider? Like, is a Monkey King gonna help them be able to jump on top of GeekFam?
Guys, Monkey King pick is a bit out of the box for me. I would have expected more of like a TB Naga or Ursa kind of hero. I think Monkey is like somewhere in the middle because right now they don't really have anything to hold them in the Wukong, and Ember and Morphling are hard for Monkey King to stick onto until he gets his Skadi. Maybe it's not easy for him to like stick onto their heroes. So it's quite interesting pick to me. Might just be a comfort pick for them, but yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't really like the Monkey with their heroes too much.
I
I
wonder
feel they
if
really like wave clear right now.
it could be a flex hero for Neon to potentially put mid against the Ember. Because they do have the 24, so maybe that's something that they're considering about heading into the last phase, like the potential of putting Ember mid or potentially putting against Force in the offlane.
I can see that it's very possible. It could also be like you said, hero that's good against Force, because Force plays like mostly strength cores, right? So this Monkey King pre-pick, I think like who was it? It was Tundra in the finals where they banned the Monkey King as well because they said the Monkey King just had a good matchup against all of 3-3 heroes. I think Force like his hero pool is not the best against Monkey King as well, other than Viper, I believe that he plays. His hero pool doesn't deal too well with the Monkey King, so that might be a reason why we see it coming out here.
I like the ban from GeekFam as well with the Tide Hunter. I think it just helps a little bit with some of their control issues. We already see like their team fights okay with Wukongs and Global, but just to lock them inside an area was a bit difficult. And Neon still have this flex of putting the Tusk mid, and Tide and Hoodwink is a very, very strong lane.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We've definitely seen the lane dominate a lot of times, and it was Neon that played it. I think it was against the Palos Punch.
GeekFam didn't
GeekFam.
they didn't
No
ban
ban?
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're picking, but there's a black dot there. Well, that's the strat sometimes, you gotta throw them off.
Just make him second guess. Let's see if they Scotty typed what ban. Funny.
Yeah, they pick here. Night Stalker, maybe? Brewmaster. Yeah, it's kind of a good pick. Decent lane against the Monkey. Doesn't care about Wukong. It's really good against the supports. Supports have no like defense mechanism. Suits the playstyle they want to. Like these three boys running around, and Brew like loves these mobile heroes on his team. I like his pick from Geek Fan. Although I can't say I've seen Force play this hero before.
I think I've seen it a couple times. Definitely
Okay.
isn't something that is like a standout force brew. So do you feel like this prevents the monkey going safe lane?
I don't think he cares too much, but I think the Shaker like allows whatever hero goes bottom to lane regardless. Like this monkey's gonna free farm, but their offlane will get enough. I think it's definitely a hard lane though still. Even with the third spell on Brew. Lars, it's a mid Monkey King, I wanna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, JG Monkey King against them, bro.
It's a pretty good slot game.
I can see that slot. I think it's like the biggest counters to Morph right now are the diffusal buyers. So that's really nice. The heroes that buy diffusal I wanna fight early are really good against morphing. That being said, the morph eggs against the slug is super strong as
Yeah.
well. So I think it's kind of a double-edged sword in a way.
Ooh.
Scam Emperor, let's go.
All right, so we get the safe lane Ember once again. They're looking to try and dodge the Ember into the Monkey King matchup. So it will be Cox playing the Morphling. I wonder how comfortable. Hang on a second. Roger's playing the Brew as well. Force is on the Earthshaker. Oh my.
This is cool. That's all I can say. It's cool.
That's it. Nothing like.
I don't know if it'll work, but it's cool.
All right. Well, this is very interesting. Do we feel like the adaptation here from GeekFam being able to address kind of the drafting shenanigans Neon were pulling out with the flex is going to be enough for GeekFam?
I feel like I understand why they changed the Ember and the Morph, but I don't really understand the Brew support right now. It's just not a good matchup against the Slurp, but neither really is Earthshaker, so especially against this Silencer. Silencer is super annoying for Earthshaker to play against. That could be a reason why they switched it to a core. Ooh, not sure if I like this very much. I don't know, I guess if they get away with lanes, they'll be like in a good spot. Kind of hard to say, but not really a fan of what GeekFam is doing here. I think they would have been more beneficial to play with normal lanes because now the Ember has like no levels to play with the Mirana really.
Yep. Yeah, now you have to go this kind of weird build where you're not really going to have the levels to be able to put into your farming abilities, and you need to kind of get the chains high level as well. Maybe, I wonder if you just, because you do have a Earthshaker and Mirana support duo, maybe you can slightly get away with it just because these two heroes will be able to set up for each other.
I also feel like the Ember lane's not easy, right? Like Tusk Hoodwing, it's a pretty strong lane, like we talked about, and I feel this Morph he excels against heroes that wanna roam around. Like we see him picked against like Primal Beasts and stuff a lot. They like leave their lane and the Morph punishes you hard, but this Monkey's not gonna have an issue just staying mid lane and farming as well. So I think it's a lot on GeekFam to see what they can achieve here.
Oh, it's going to be exciting to see. Of course, with a new roster that's been looking pretty good so far from GeekFam, and pulling out some interesting strategies as well. One concern I had was just kind of the Cox's comfort on the Morphling. He is level 16, so at least he's played the hero a lot. It's going to be exciting to see how much experience he has in regards to a competitive scene with the Morphling, and potentially he could have played it a lot in the safe lane in pubs as well. But we'll see how this one's able to shape up. Again, very important series for Neon as well. They only have 2 series left, including this one. So they really need to get their wins under the belts, considering 10 teams in the groups and 2 teams will be eliminated afterwards.
Kind of curious why Roger has Quelling Blade. I guess, yeah, Hoodwing. Okay, that's fair. Oh, Roger taking a lot of damage here. Looks like he's gonna be fine. Bit late on the tech team. Oh, so much damage. Man. This is so annoying. The Blightstone on Lucify as well. They're both solo. No self on either hero. Scam gonna be forced to TP here, but he's so low. Brew walking back to base, so Scam's gonna be alone here. He might be in trouble if Atomic realizes this.
He's got the lane under the tower as well, so it's going to reshove into Atomic's favor. They're going to have some pretty big issues with how they can play these first couple of waves here now for GeekFam. Alright, it's going to be exciting to see what they can do now on Roger and Skem to kind of help get them out of this laning phase, because you were mentioning in the draft, like, that was a really important thing, that you felt like the lanes were probably their issues and their weaknesses, and well, we might be seeing that come into fruition early on.
Mm-hmm. Both heroes without TP. Not really the start they wanted, but seems like they're doing fine right now. Yeah. Scam. It's fine.
Do you have to consider like a very early armor item for Skem in this lane?
Do you want to? I guess you can go like chainmail for your face boots later. I'm not sure if Scam will want to do that. That's kind of the only option, right? Ring of Protection's a bit overkill. Scam in trouble.
Yeah, he's not looking too good. Skem already used the slight, so can't kind of stop some of the damage coming out from Atomic, and instantly they pounce on that opportunity. They knew Roger was out of the lane as well, so first blood picked up. Very nicely done.
And they didn't even use the spells, the ice shards and the bushwhack being saved there. Kind of rough. Roger unable to help, doesn't really have any abilities to stop the aggression from Atomic down here. Mid lane, Cox out CSing JG by quite a bit here. 11 CS. This matchup does get a bit harder for the Morphling though at some point.
Does it? When do you feel like it gets a bit more difficult here for Cox?
I think level 3 and level 2 Jingu, you kind of even out. The morph is never like under threat, but the monkey can definitely get more denies on you, especially once he gets these boots or orb of venom. He can kind of always get the Jingu up.
Okay. Do you consider then going for like a very early boots on the morphling as well to help play with your kind of positioning in the lane?
I'm not really sure how the morph plays in this matchup. I feel like they're always kind of fine. I think the bottle is good. You need spells to like get the range creep all the time. Otherwise, monkey's just gonna deny it.
Do see JJ at the moment is committed into a second Wraith ban, so a lot of stats could also be a bit of a factor, just wanting some extra damage against the high right clicks that Morphling will have thanks to the attribute shift. How's his bottom lane continuing to go so far from GeekFam? Of course, with that early death we see on Scam, but they do have the lane getting shoved out. This is going to be the nice combo that we have from them. Kind of the Cinder Brew into the Slight Spam. They're trying to chase Lucify down, but Seri's doing good position just to hold them back. Lucify will hide behind the Tusk.
They can never really go on the brew in this lane because Scam will bully them. They always have to go on Scam. Chooses to go for a Blightstone as well, so aggressive option. Ooh, Scam. He's fine.
Look at Roger. Being a menace, just running into the middle. Lane looking actually okay at the moment here. They've been able to stabilize a little bit.
Yep, definitely salvages out. The point in chains help a lot too. Scam with some levels. It's kind of really hard to go on him. Chain stopping, a lot of damage.
What do we feel like is kind of the skill build here from a position 5 Brewmaster? Are you considering about going a couple more points in the Cinder Brew?
I think usually you max Cinder Brew, but I'm not sure what Roger will do here.
Okay.
I like the max Cinder Brew. I feel like it does the most damage for you.
Yeah, potentially with this level 3 coming up from Roger shortly, they might actually have some kill threat. We did just see how much damage they were able to do, and Scam also has a second point in the Slight as well, so almost doubling the damage and importantly reducing the cooldown as well.
The bot lane Scam seems to be kind of taking over.
Yeah, the other side lane, we kind of had a question on how this Earthshaker would really be able to shape up versus the Slark, and well, it looks like Force is actually having a really good time at the moment. 26 and 11 compared to the 21 and 3 on Skadi. Bottom lane, Roger. Trying to go for the pull, but Seri and Lucify in a position to be able to catch him off guard. Lucify is able to find their second kill of the game. Nicely done from Atomic.
So much damage. Top lane, they tried to go on Scotty, but he missed the arrow on Narman. Force, like you said, free farming so much here. Slug suffering. Can't really contest with the Earthshaker's damage, but Slug not the worst hero to play a comeback game.
Oh, Hated might be in trouble here if Force can land the fissure, and he does perfectly, setting up for the arrow as well. Scotty's going to look for the turnaround though. At least they were able to find the Arcane Curse before Hated went down. Force is still putting a lot of pressure onto Scotty, so the Slark does have to be hesitant.
One permanent agility. Super worth. Mid lane, JG, trying to get him away from the rune.
Gotta love a good old bottle when you're attribute shifting.
Indeed.
Okay. On top lane.
Bottom lane, that's noble.
Bottom lane as well. I didn't see how they started on top. Fissure was on cooldown. I think it was just an enchant turned him into a point blank stun. So, yeah, this lane's continuing to be a big issue for Atomic.
Yeah, Scotty didn't solve up. A bit greedy. Let's go now.
Even though it looks like this lane's going quite nicely for Scam, he's really struggling in regards to the net worth. Probably a big reason because of this is that Seri did find that first blood, so the bonus surplus that he was able to get off the back of the kill, his top of the net worth, and the Ember currently is the bottom out of all the cores.
He's almost level 6 though, so I think he's honestly fine. Roger doing a good job of not really taking his levels. So scam a lot of solo EXP. Might get 6 on this wave. Oh, sorry, going on Roger. Nope, losing 5. Needs to pull.
Well, again, we kind of had concerns with how the lanes were going to shape up for GeekFam. So, is there any surprises that we have 7 minutes 30 in with how everything's gone at the moment?
I'm just curious to see how they are gonna help this Slark, because the Shaker, speaking of that, top Lucify the TP. Shaker almost level 6. Oh, the silence!
Scary.
He had no mana as well, so not the worst. Not the worst. Force. Very strong. Good
Is he gonna go
rotation
for it?
from. Ooh. Might get punished for this here. Lucify setting up has the mana.
Nicely.
Ooh.
This does force Atomic not to be able to set up for the power rune, however. Of course, not important for the Monkey King, but taking away the rune versus the Morphling is going to be nice. But Cox is able to find the Arcane, so he's got the extra refill. But like you said, very, very huge that they're able to shut down Force. It's going to be pretty difficult now that he has the Echo Slam at the ready. They're still holding 3 heroes top, though, on Atomic.
He's so tanky. I don't think they can kill him. 1.5k and raindrops. Like, how do you even go?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, the potential rotations as well could be a really big issue. All you need is kind of that +1, I think. You don't really have a position 2 that's going to rotate. I don't think Scam wants to rotate as well, but honestly, just the Brewmaster coming top would be really impactful if he lands a Cinder Brew.
Well, 3 right now on the brew. Probably just gonna hold middle. Morphling, jungling right now for the bounty. GeekFam just kind of chilling. They're really happy that they're shaking and just laying up here for free, I think.
Yeah, I wonder what the item build's going to be out of Force on this Earthshaker. We haven't really seen a position 3 Earthshaker in quite some time.
Yeah,
Mid lane, loser fight. Very deep movement coming out from the Hoodwink, and well, JG can't really do too much, but chuck out a straight boundless strike to maybe offer up some assistance, but GeekFam find a freebie. Yeah, in a game like this, what are you hoping out of the Earthshaker to be able to provide the team? Is this a Scepter Rush, or are we looking for like a pretty early blink?
I like the eggs as a core. Not a huge fan of the Blink Dagger. I think it's just hard to scale after, but he might go for Dagger just because he needs BKB against Silencer, I think.
Might be in some trouble here, Force. Tusk gonna start to make his rotation. He's got the fissure, but the snowball perfectly timed means that Seri can still move on forward, cancelling out kind of the escape route out of Force. So another nice kill from Atomic, second death in a row on the Earthshaker. So they're continuing to slow down his game. What was looking like a really good start from Force is now not so much.
Sorry with the TP top though. Does leave bot lane open and there's a siege creep there. Not sure if Neon can really do anything about this. Cox rotating as well. Has the Dragonlance complete.
Structures are fortified.
This is
Are
a problem.
See if they can address the problem. Hated's going to TP down. They've got Lucify as well. So just both supports are going to be enough to thwart this little push that we have going on from GeekFam.
Scam moving as to mid as well to help Roger defend GG. Looking to set up on top again. Not sure if he will find anything. Roger pretty close to 6 as well.
Got the tree. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, they need to get the 6 onto Roger. That Primal Split could really open up this next skirmish here for GeekFam.
Sorry, we saw him TP top and now he's just kind of playing in the top jungle. Doesn't really want to walk down back to bot lane and be stuck there, but Skadi and JG definitely kind of happy with what's going on right now. Pretty close to the defusal on the Monkey King. One recipe away. Global silent. Got a silence too. Not really sure what that was.
Alright. Little Sun's used. You gotta get something out of this, right? Cock's gonna look to TP top. So... yeah, should be a pretty easy tower for them to claim now with the Global Silence on cooldown. 100-second window now for GeekFam.
Is under attack.
Yeah, Atomic, we see them beelining for. Oh, they want to defend though. Oh, Roger scouts Lucify.
Take us.
Zephyr should be okay. Another scurry if required.
It's fine. It's kind of just holding the tower alone.
They're
Try and buy
setting up
time.
bottom as well. Scam. Chains into the arrow. Very low cooldown in the chains. So they won't be able to hold them into place for the moment. They might still be able to move on forward. Narman gonna try and leap over the tree line. Seri's ready for the engagement. He'll push them back, but Skem, they can't really hold down the Ember Spirit at the moment. Lands the chains and should be able to close the distance now. Might need the Remnant to be able to secure the kill in the end, or he can wait for the slide to come back up. What do you need for Skem? And now he can get out with his life. Beautifully done.
GeekFam defending their tower and taking top, opening up the map. So we see Force does have a Blink Dagger queued out with Roger, top lane. Might be forced to split here, but nope, Scotty decides otherwise.
Well, bottom Narman. Mass TP's coming out. They gotta be cautious how long they stick around. Force has got the echo at the
Force
ready.
is in
They're deep
trouble.
inside the tree line in the Wukong's command. This is not a position Force wants to take the engagement in. So he's going to look to step out, relying on Roger just to hold them down at the moment. They're going to wait for the Wukongs to expire, and then Cox can waveform into the middle. So a 1-for-1 in the end, but of course GeekFam pretty happy with that considering they're able to bring Seri down on the offlane Tusk. You gotta be cautious though. Force, very low health pool. He's gonna run into Hayden in the tree line, steps out, drops the echo, and now Skadi wants the revenge as well with a backstab on JG. Sets up for a beautiful double bushwhack. Now the sharpshooter as well. As Atomic sprung the trap, and they're gonna be able to capitalize as GeekFam move too far forward.
That's double diffusal complete on Atomic. It's like really go time. It's gonna be super hard for Cox in these fights. Atomic doing a good job being there. I thought Force was dead in the trees. He got shard block, tag team with Wukong on top of him, but he's so tanky, my god.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
This is
Sorry. Dagger complete as well, so Atomic hitting
Oh, wow.
a lot of timings together.
what are we expecting out of Atomic now? Like you just mentioned, they're hitting a lot of timings. Are we looking for a smoke very shortly to get a kill into an objective?
I think you just want to control the map with nighttime slurp. He's way too strong. It's double diffusal, nighttime, superior vision, Monkey King and Slurp, both two of the better vision givers in this game. Like them to just kind of walk around and establish dominance. Without the split and without the dagger on Earthshaker, I don't think GeekFam can really handle this pressure right now if they choose to do that. See a smoke wrapping mid. Does get drawn out by Roger though, or circled I should say.
The prize is mine.
I'd like to see Atomic go more for kills here than like actual tower pressure. I think their items. Skadi running bot lane. Roger probably will go down here unless he gets out.
Radiant
What a player.
structures are fortified.
Mid
Lane
That's the
scam.
first start into the follow-up stun, but
Oh,
Skem, Global Silence going to be laid down to hold down the Ember Spirit. Radiant, they're starting to TP in. Roger's got the split available if they want to turn it around on GeekFam as Cox. An aggressive waveform into the middle, but not enough damage on the
Thank you, though.
Morphling.
Under attack.
Yeah, meantime, Skadi farming bottom as well. Pretty big kill on the position 1 Ember, or position 2 I should say.
Is under attack.
But GeekFam do defend their tower, bring some numbers, but it's okay, nothing really happens. Suri might... Looking at Narman.
Jump in, easy pickoff,
Oh.
thank you very much. And again, no response until they get this blink on Force. They don't really have a way to instantly jump in with their own rebuttal.
Even with the dagger, the global silence will be posing a threat, but definitely a strong timing for Atomic right now. But again, they do not take a tower, just 2 kills. Don't think GeekFam minds it too much.
Scotty's
Kind of far up here.
Man, everyone's
Oh,
just
man.
walking past the boundary.
And this damage from Suri and Lucify together is so much. Throw the boundless strike on top. So scary for anyone on GeekFam to like show in the lanes.
And with all this going on, Scotty's just free farming across the map. He's top of the net worth. Incredible position for the Slark to be in.
Oh, do they see Scam? Scam see them?
Are scanning.
Just kind of walking by each other. Yeah, JG as well. Choosing not to go for a BKB here once the Echo Saber. More stats,
Bottom lane.
more fighting
Jump
power.
in. They need to be perfect with the damage, and it might be enough thanks to the sharpshooter. Atomic, can they get out with their own lives? So hold them down thanks to the fissure. Seri's TP will be stopped short of the buzzer. Now Scotty's in trouble. Do they guess on the high ground?
No way they get him. Who hated? What's going on here?
Maybe sees an opening to run deep inside the jungle to try and drop a ward, but unfortunately for him, Namit's in a great position to be able to bring him down. We do have another kill across the map as well. Atomic were able to get rid of Roger once the primer split expired. So Scotty, another perma essence for him.
Yeah, that's 6. Dude, they're getting perma AG and perma int. Missing the punch for the full trio, but they scaling, man. Ooh, Cox in trouble. Oh, Lucify misses the bush rabbit, but Cox out of mana. There is a sentry ward there. Cox might be in trouble. Ooh, the
Nice arrow.
arrow.
Very nicely done.
The Atomic kind of grouping right now. Echo Saber completed on JG. Looks like they want to make a move towards the triangle. 1 minute left on nighttime.
It's all on force. This team fight is all off the back of the Earthshaker. If you can get this big initiation, get that big blink reveal. You're going to see the jump in Seri. He's got the boys behind him. Global Sun's going to help with the initiation. They want to try and target down Roger at the moment of the Brewmaster. And they'll be able to take him out of the equation. There goes Force into the middle, bringing down Seri. So we're 1 for 1. And in the end, a pretty good fight for GeekFam. They don't have to commit too heavily in regards to the ultimates. So they can potentially move on for more. As Atomic arrow splits the middle. Lucify and Hated. They're able to move over the other side, but Skem's in as well. The chains holds them both down, so GeekFam should be able to find multiple kills, and now they can consider about some objectives.
Man, GeekFam really good read. Set up the ward. I was gonna say it was really good that they only lose Suri. There were 2 supports end up going down. DD morphling as well. Close to his Manta style now. Very nice fight from GeekFam.
And they didn't have to use Echo. That's huge. Global Silence now on cooldown. So they definitely could consider about making something happen on GeekFam if they feel that they are forced to. Or you could just be happy with getting all the farm that you are currently out of the map.
Yeah, until BKBs come out on the Atomic cores, the Earthshaker is always gonna be a threat. We see both. JG has it queued up now. Scotty probably will go BKB as well after his Aghanims is complete.
They smoked under a ward. Force still moving forward.
Oh,
Hated's going to be the target. Instant jump in towards the silencer. Force is still going to run straight to Atomic's reinforcements. Let's see if he's going to be able to get the Echo Slam off. Just solo targeting the Slark at the moment. Not the greatest impact, but still the reinforcements have shown up. Is it going to be enough for GeekFam to turn the team fight around as Scotty's into the middle? But he doesn't have a Shadow Dead to play with. As Cox brings the damage required to get rid of Scotty's Slark.
Oh, that's really nice from GeekFam. Getting the full highest net worth hero on Neon side. Name Slark does go down. Oh, trying to get Cox here.
Can they? Chain control again needs to be perfect, and it's not. Cox is able to find that waveform away. JG's still in pursuit. They don't have the boys to follow up. And they're going to jump into the river. Very similar to what we saw prior, but this time they're going to be able to split away for the chain. So Skem is going to go for the support instead, as Seri a bit too late to drag him into the snowball.
GeekFam
Still
punishing
JG,
them.
look at the
Roger,
double
yes,
boundless
split.
and the global silence now. Roger won't have an opportunity to get the split off, and now they're going to go to Skem as well. And Scotty in with the pounce, holds him down. Force
no
wants to
Echo
counterattack though, but he doesn't have the Echo, and now they're in trouble. They jump too far into the meat grinder as Scotty pounces over the tree line, lands it perfectly onto Namen as Atomic. What a fight to take, and JG is even looking for more as well, continuing to bully GeekFam out of the map.
man. Every time they have these global signs up, they are so strong. They're just running in double purge. The Aghanim's done on the start as well. They're doing so well. Morphling doesn't go down though. Not the worst for a Geek Fam. Kinda close to the BKB as well. Scam the recipe away.
Uh-oh. They're roasting with this DD. They've got a lot of stacks for Scotty after that little engagement we had. He's got shot
Pretty
now.
fast considering Suri's not even here with the tag team. Get in there, Suri. Let's go. Speed it up.
Their lanes are in
Kinda chilling while
such a
I play
good
it.
position.
Yeah, they have a really good ward mid lane, scouting out Cox and Force as well. Oh, this is big timing for them. 2 minutes till nighttime. Egg is very strong on the Slark. Gets to go ham right now. They do have lockdown issues to kill him twice, I would say. So,
Radiant's
see what
bottom
Neon
tower
chooses
is
to do
under
here.
attack.
They don't really have the greatest heroes to be able to split push the map as well. It's pretty much all on Scam, but it's not an easy game against someone like the Monkey King, if the Hoodwink, the Tusk can get the jump, the global potential. It's a really difficult game to kind of split push.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Neon's heroes are really good at just killing you if they want to.
Oh, there's one of them. JG.
GG.
Bit
Kinda
cautious.
forces the Moonlight. Not too bad. Roger just covering Scam to push out the lanes.
So far, just looking at their lanes in a position where Atomic can maybe take a team fight. Trying to see if there's any items coming up shortly as well from them. We'll see them smoke instead. Who's going to be the target at the moment? Sweeping through the river. They might catch up to Roger as Scotty. A beautiful pounce from the low ground. They're even going
global,
to use the
though.
global silence as well, however. So a bit of an investment there from Atomic to be able to get the kill onto Roger.
I think all Atomic needs to do is chase this Morphling around, slow down his X timing.
Oh, jump in.
Forward.
Can they blow him up without committing
Oh,
too
Force is
heavily?
in trouble,
They
though.
didn't need the Echo Slam, and now there's no global silence to be able to cover the respawn. Scotty still has
ball
got some
from
pounds
Cox.
to play
Where's he
with.
going?
Cox forced into the middle. They've got the Earthshaker as well. They're in a compromised position. The Wukong going to give Atomic a lot of breathing room to take the engagement. Is inside the middle. Roger playing with the Primal Split. Going to try and target down Siri at the moment. As where's the cause on Atomic? They're just out of the area. They don't want to take this team fight.
I definitely thought Neon had a bear shot there, but GeekFam punishing the fact that they had no global silence.
Are fortified.
Force super tanky as well.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Get the Morphling closer to his Aghanims now. Skadi, I wonder what he'll go for. Choosing to queue up the BKB. Speaking of BKB, also completed on JG.
Disassembled the Echo Saber, and he's got that Orchid now queued up. They may have... I don't think... Roger didn't ping the ground, so maybe they didn't actually see JG TP. Cox might be in trouble. They're starting to beeline to the Morphling's location. They got great vision nearby. Scotty's going to be the first one to jump in. Will miss on the first pounce, and it gives Cox enough time to be able to react.
Radiant are scanning.
GeekFam setting up bot lane. They want to defend this tower.
Radiant's
Still
middle
global
tower
up, but
is
still no
under
BKB on Skadi. That's kind of big.
Lose a
It
fight.
is nighttime.
They're going to see Force and Narman.
See
Look at the
Roger.
backline as well. Scotty and Siri in combination together straight towards Roger. And this is
It's
not
so
an
bad
easy
for
team fight to be able to
GeekFam.
take now for GeekFam as the global silence going to come out. A great dodge from
Echo.
Force and he gets the Echo. Just at the last second, Force finds the ultimate, and that could be the potential turnaround as the arrow hits the mark as well. Bullseye from Narman. As somehow it didn't look good to start, but GeekFam hold their tower.
Yeah, JG missing a crucial boundless strike. Let's first get off the Echo. Cox with his first arrow. JG.
Ooh. Are they going to go on this? Why
They
not?
are, they got
Siri's
it.
nearby.
BKB.
They cut the tree, but the snowball save's going to be there. Can they turn
Oh,
it around
Scam,
now?
no mana.
The boundless damage. Oh, Scam.
Oh no.
Oh my lord. We'll say it was all a bait.
Oh man. Baited by our own team. Unfortunate. Morph does have his agonyms now, so Scotty has to be a bit careful. It's really detrimental if the Morph gets the double pounce as well as the attack speed and stat steal from him. It's super annoying to play against, actually.
I wonder if he's going to consider a Lincoln's here for this lock. I mean, it's not the greatest game. It really just counters the Scepter. That's pretty much it.
I'm not opposed to taking
We'll see if he thinks it's worth it. I think if you have enough stats, you don't care too much. Just have the Scotty queued up, so might choose to ignore it. We'll see what he chooses to do.
We saw at TI, the answer that a lot of people were starting to go for was the Moonshard, so...
Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's a super nice item on Slug as well. Enjoys the stats, but
Oh.
prioritizing the Scotty against more Norman is
What?
fine. Leap for stuff. Just drifting away.
This net worth lead is not really growing for Atomic. They're probably going to get... I think they'll get the kill on Roger. JJ might have missed him.
I don't know, man. Roger's too good at just dodging ganks. Hiding in the trees, just chilling. We'll tip you out.
Invisibility.
It's a big ward to get rid of here for Hayden. Might be able to help out with this eventual push that we see from Atomic. Again, their last attempt did not go well at all, so maybe now without that ward it's going to be a little bit more difficult as GeekFam don't have the greatest vision across the map. Both sides smoke instantly.
Is under attack.
This is kind of scary. It's a nighttime slug. He
Roger.
will probably see you first, Roger.
That he will, and they got the ward on the high ground.
Oh,
Look at the
Surrey
jump.
gets up.
Onto the Ember Spirit, but the double fissure is going to hold them down, but the global silence means they can't get the Echo
Course.
Slam. So Scotty has got an opportunity to protect himself with the BKB, but it's not the greatest start for Atomic because they got to get out. Cox is onto Seri. There's going to be no escape for the Tusk as the right-click damage will rain on down, preventing the blink away. Narman so close to catching up to the Slark, but what was looking like a great turnaround, that global silence stopping the Echo Slam, it just wasn't enough for Dire.
Yeah, sorry, choosing to jump on the Morphling there is no way they kill him even with global. I think it's way too hard, and the force stuff's coming out from GeekFam really clutch. Force stuff from Narman saving force as well. JG couldn't even get his Wukong down with Scotty top lane. Just see Roger, no split. Unable to hit him a single time because Brewmaster.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Gotta love the evasion.
I'll take that.
Almost Force Staff's going to be a pretty big item here as well for Roger. Really helps against a lot of the control that they're playing with.
You see Senja and Kaya done on Scam, and the BKB is almost completed on Force and Cox, so GeekFam looking to be in a really dominating position real soon, I would say, for this next Roche fight.
Dire
And
are scanning.
a big thing is it's a little bit away, but in 7 minutes you're going to have these tier 4 neutral items, and if you can get a Dispel item for the Earthshaker, all of a sudden your global silence is going to be heavily mitigated, that the Earthshaker can almost instantly purge that off.
One of the... Yep, that is true. It's going to be real annoying for Neon. Kind of have this monkey slug course. They want to be strong and like go at you, but GeekFam has reached a point where fights are not simple anymore. Global silence looking less and less scary. GeekFam always able to disengage. Cox does have the BKB completed. Both teams kind of playing around Roche right now.
It's gone for the waveform attacks targets at level 20 as well. We even see actually Atomic first ones that's going to be picking up the gem this game. So we'll see how much this is really going to help out with the vision control, because it does feel like a lot of it's going to come down to that execution and who gets the jump.
GeekFam looks like they're looking to smoke here. Neon, not sure if they're expecting it, but kind of grouped right now. Kind of scared as well. Scotty with the gem and his fresh BKB. He wants to take this fight. Oh, Bloodthorn flying over for the Monkey King as well. This is super
Again.
big.
Look at this,
Who
the smoke
sees
on
who
smoke,
first?
but the first point of contact is going to be Force. They jump in over towards the Earthshaker. They need to bring him down,
the
but the Echo
Echo
provides him
Slam.
nothing. And now they can move on forward as Atomic capitalize on the mistake out of Force. They should be able to
Double
finally
damage?
get the kill,
Adi?
but Force is not dead just yet. Turns around, Fisher
No way.
jumping now, but the stun as well. They didn't kill him, and it'll cost them gravely as Atomic now. They'll lose multiple heroes. Seri caught out on the high ground as well, as somehow GeekFam again continue to edge up victories,
arrow.
and the arrow from Namen was perfect.
Man, Force with the psychic headband pushes Scotty away. Couldn't get the last hit in. Neon, we see the flaws they're experiencing. Just 4 stars from GeekFam dragging out their BKB. So much commitment to get kills, but they just can't. Just can't. Ooh, JG
Stay in the pit.
to make a play here has the Bloodthorn. Will they scout him out though?
Is he gonna go for this? Oh.
Just scaring Roger a little bit. Scam on December as well. We see him not the most active Ember plays, but he's so far kind of close to the Shiva if he wants to go it too. So it's getting really hard for Neon to get kills right now.
I wonder if they give him the shot as well, considering he does have the Scepter queued up after the Shivas.
I would like to see. Never mind. Wait, oh, he did get it. Okay, so I wonder if he'll go X first now instead. But I think he's still. Oh, he does choose to go for X. Okay, I think that's kind of cool. It's a lot of damage. Their supports have been suffering against Scam. He's just going on them every fight by himself. They can't do anything. No real defensive items lose if fight. Aether Lens and Kaya has a Hex Dagger queued up as well. Giga Chat item deal.
Is under attack.
Hate it. Shadow Blade queued up to 110. Getting kind of bullied. Top lane Force. He sees JG.
Oh.
So close.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, well,
Radiant's bottom tower is
looks like
under
GeekFam gonna be able to strike first in regards to the tier 2 tower.
tower has
And
fallen.
Cox wants to force them back as well.
Feeling really strong Crystallis. Lotus on Narman as well. We didn't speak about that, but the Dispel's really big. Global
Dire's
Science.
top
Snowball
tower
as
is
well.
under attack.
And the Bloodthorn, I think. That's a really, really big one.
This momentum has just completely swung now. This GeekFam, for the last time they held the net worth lead was before the 10-minute mark, and this smoke could potentially catapult them even further into a winning position. All men smoke from them. Let's see where they want to try and target. They're going to move towards the triangle. It's only Hated that's home at the moment. Atomic aren't really set up to take a team fight, and this is very scary if you get caught off guard. Potentially Seri might be the one they run into first, down by this bottom outpost, or they could go to the lane instead. They see Scardy. Smoke's gonna pop on the high ground.
no.
Scardy, double leap away,
man,
so they'll
that's
just
so
go for the
close.
easier target into the Tusk instead. Scardy, okay, arrows off the mark. So in the end, GeekFam, they do get a kill. It does give the Atomic an opportunity to get the lane shoved out with that position in GeekFam's engagement.
Dire's bottom tower
Scotty
is under
changing his
attack.
item build has the Lincoln queued up now.
Dire's bottom
Would have liked to see him go for what you said, the Moonshard. I feel like this Lincoln's, even though it stops him from getting replicated.
Oh, they might be able to break the tree. JJ
Scam?
just not
Scam?
able to be brought down. The Scam wanted to try and target Lucify. The Wukong command should be able to protect the Hoodwink at the moment. They're still going to move into the middle. They're going to be cautious, though. Global Silence out, but no one's capitalizing the ultimate. No one is right-clicking on Atomic. So again, another big ultimate expended, and they get nothing out of it.
GeekFam, way too mobile, just playing around the Wukongs. JG only can kind of look at them. Team fights getting harder for Neon to take.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Harder and harder they are getting indeed, and
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
oh, we'll see how much easier it's going to be for them or if maybe the high ground is what they're waiting for, but GeekFam, they want to look to try and pierce it,
Dire's
knowing that Atomic don't have the ultimate to be able to combat this push at the moment. Oh, chain control could be enough to get the first life. Cox is alright though.
Dire's
Skadi, Lincoln's completed.
Just wanted still a little bit of stats.
It
Nothing
gets
crazy.
replicated anyway. Kinda sad.
Dire's top tower is under
Gonna make one more attempt. Oh, the slide dodge from Skem.
Oh man.
Skadi's out
GG.
of pounces now, so a bit of a window now for GeekFam to potentially do some tower damage. Again, we see the poke and prod from afar, trying to bring down this first life on Cox.
Man, Cox, he just won't die. Oh, what a hero. Gonna morph down and morph back up here.
Need mana, sir.
Kinda low on the mana.
Yeah. Oh, alright, there we go. They want to lay the Wukongs, they're going to.
Oh, they won
The
him.
boundless, oh, was it perfectly timed? The BKB from Cox. And now they can just wait out the ultimates. Skem's going to try and catch some of the backline members. Atomic, they've been able to retreat back up to their high ground, so they're chilling for the moment. But again, they were not able to convert on these big abilities. Skadi. Oof. He's playing very brave with no depth shroud.
Oh, 3-man boundless.
JT!
You get anything from
That's
this?
a big boundless, but what can they do with it? Onto the Morphling at the moment.
Oh,
Cox in
nice
a
try.
little bit of trouble with the waveform out to the left side. Skadi, hot pursuit, but they're able to get the pounce away. Now
No,
forces into the
Skadi.
Echo Slam with the counter attack. Skadi is protected though. He's able to find the depth shroud. A pounce to disengage. This could be the fight they're waiting for on Atomic.
Skem,
They've
the
got the
Bloodthorn.
Bloodthorn now as well. And Skem, he's got nowhere to purge it off. Atomic finally able to catch a break. They get a bash as well, stopping Roger's TP at the buzzer as Atomic will finally able to win a successful team fight.
Oh man, it was so hard for him to find it. And finally, JG finds the 3-man boundless strike to start that off. GeekFam kinda out of position. Gets punished.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
See what
fortified.
objective damage they can get out of this now. Gonna make sure they cut all the lanes as well, just continuing to put some of the pressure onto the map.
Middle tower is
And
under
Skadi's got a little bit of stats to help with the push.
Arrow. Neon. They should definitely keep farming here. Once they have more items like these Abyssal Blades and Skadis and Moonshards, whatever, the game becomes easier for them, I think. Surrey, Deso completed it as well. They are scaling very well. They just kind of have lockdown issues right now.
tower has fallen.
Who have they
Narma.
found?
That's
Skadi.
the first half. Oh, this kind of deep Skadi. I
Fissure.
don't know about that one. Has the BKB.
He'll be alright.
Oh, Cox can.
Lincoln's
This-
pop.
Yeah,
Cox actually gonna go in.
Cox is deep.
He's able to
This
find the
is
second
very
pounce as
deep.
well. Cox got to be cautious though. Holding the BKB to the last seconds. Going to be able to purge off the global
Oh, the
silence. And now Atomic,
damage.
they've gone too far. Cox is going to be able to capitalize thanks to the stolen replicant on the Slark is force. Once again, just able to stop a TP.
Cox is feeling real strong. Big crits coming out.
They might
Yeah,
go for
looking at
Cox
him
though.
though.
Push back along with the burst with
Oh,
the force
the
staff
force
to
staff
disrupt.
again.
He finds the BKB off to the left side. They'll kill off Lucifer. Now they're going to go to JG. Be able to jump into the tree line. Further to the northern side, JG goes, and he'll be able to get out of dodge. Did you just walk it down now? What's the call?
It does look that way, but Neon's heroes, they are spawning soon. Roche not too far from spawning as well. Scam. Nothing really going on. Neon split pushing as well. Might be in trouble, GG. Let's get out.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
And this Nullifier on Surrey is going to be really big if he ever gets to it. The four staffs from GeekFam feel like the MVP this game. It's just so hard for Neon scores to stick on them. Shadow Blade on Hated. Ooh, JG?
Yeah, they're going to try and
Bloodthorn?
protect the outpost.
Bloodthorn, GG, Bloodthorn.
Should be okay. Can purge it off if required here, Roger, with the Lotus Orb.
Oh, the snowball.
They're going to send him forward
Oh
now,
no,
but they might be able to
Scotty's
bring them
in
the stock.
trouble.
Echo Slam's going to be used. Easy kill for them to find, and now Skem, he can look to move on forward. They got a big opening here from GeekFam, and they should be able to bring multiple other members down. As Atomic is scrambling to get back inside the base, but Cox will stop them short.
Man, way too greedy. Trying to save the Bloodthorn there. GG. We'll cut the mid wave. Nice glyph from GeekFam. Next their wave. Probably will lose our Rex here.
Are scanning.
No buyback on the Tuskar.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Unable to cut the wave, so yeah, they got big issues. Into the mid lane they go, and the Siege being the Morphling. Barracks are going to fall incredibly fast. They might consider about top as well.
Yep, there they go.
Dire's middle barracks is fallen.
He's looking for JG, Roger.
Oh, they see the
Finds
tree.
it. They are pinging, they are pinging. Oh, Roger almost gets it. Arrow, Fisher, JG doesn't get out.
Tower is under attack.
Neon kinda need... GeekFam need to be a bit careful here. If they lose heroes, Roche will go down.
Roger?
Oh man, the 4 stuff again.
Very scary territory now for Atomic to be in. All of a sudden this game has just been blown wide out of control. 14,000 net worth lead. Roshan up in 30 seconds, and just being able to find these barracks advantage is going to be very difficult for Atomic to be able to deal with the creeps to get out in a position to contest this. As Radiant gonna try Moonlight, looking to take the fight. Scotty, oh my lord, that Dark Pack timing, just able to get him out of the nick of time, but Radiant, they're still pursuing on. Skem's gonna try and brave the high ground, an instant jump in
There
from
he goes
Seri,
in.
but where are the boys? They're in two minds. No one is there to follow up on Seri, and now Skem, he can bring down the support, so move to Seri afterwards as well. It's just Atomic, these last couple of fights, not being together, not as a collective unit, and it's going to cost them. Now I might go for the push. I go for the all-ending push, I should say.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
They're trying to cut mid, but Scotty wasn't able to do so, so backdoor protection is not going to be a concern as the towers are falling. You need some way to mount a defense. You got to get crafty. But they're just starting before him onto the Monkey King before he even has an opportunity in the throne. It's falling too fast for them to be able to react as well. A waveform over to the right side. Cox is easily able to beat onto the Ancient. And GeekFam will be able to find game one 44 minutes in.
And GeekFam just very superior team fight taking, I would say. They recognized that they can just kite the whole fight. Neon, it was so hard for them to get anything. It kind of was dominant in the earlier stage of the game, but once these 4 stuffs came out, it was just so difficult.
100% right. We saw them trying to adapt for the nullifiers, but it just a couple of fights they started losing towards the end really started to stall out that net worth growth, and we just weren't able to see them go for the items to be able to counter GeekFam. And I mean, Cox in the end, I wasn't quite sure how his Morphling was going to shape up, but he went flawless. 16, 0, and 11 from the mid Morphling. Incredible performance from him. We'll see.
Yeah, we were kind of questioning if he could play the hero. Definitely kind of silenced the doubters.
Yeah.
Good performance, no deaths. Came close to dying a few times, but yeah, GeekFam again doing a good job protecting their core.
At least close is not enough, unfortunately. It just was not there to bring him down or take this game. Like you said, really felt like GeekFam, just their team fighting execution was just a higher level than Atomic in that game in particular. That we have seen Neon.Atomic have some very good games so far through the Pro Series. And the question is if they can have one of those games in the next one, because again, it is very important. Now, you only have 3 games left in the group stages. Every match is do or die for them to potentially find their wins to stay around in Pro Series 13. So we'll see how that game 2 is going to shape up. Atomic versus GeekFam after the break.